Now I just need to grab my chat. Pop out chat. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We're ready to blast. Main goal here is to get as many blessings as possible, because right now I don't have any. And I was just pushing and going in one place, follow the outcast, until I got some basic gear. I have basic gear now. Ooh, that's a little loud. Right. Note to self, explosions are loud. All right, I fixed it.
Not happening.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Falcon Bomber. No, everyone has a working game. It's called True Offline Mode. Oh, look, a prophecy fulfilled. Let's see how much loot I got from it. Also, I'm getting a little lag. I don't know if that's because I messed with all the settings or what. I will address that in just a second. So wait, is the lag showing up? I don't know if it's on my... Okay, Calamity. Skull, Hive Mind, Calamity without LP. There we go. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I should probably delete this rule out, because I don't think it works. So sure, we're going to delete that rule. Yes, Last Epoch is a good game. Don't get me wrong, like any good game, it has some flaws and limitations, but overall it's quite fun. There have definitely been some launch issues. However, I fully expected that, to be honest. I went into this with a very simple plan. Ooh, Sulfur Wound. That if there were any issues with the servers, I'd just go offline. If there were issues with the servers, I went offline, problem solved. I'm going to stop picking up the Mana Forge stuff. I don't really need the shards right now. Also, let's see. Yeah, that's all good. Well, hey, look at the good news. When you do have time, it'll still be here. And it'll probably be even better than it is right now, to be honest with you, because that's been my experience with the game over the years, where it just gets better over time. So, no rush. If you don't have time right now, that's fine. You can always play it later. And, oh yeah, I was going to add area skill shards. Where are those? There we go. See, this is why I don't give up filters. I've already changed my filter like 5 times since I gave it to someone. For the preseason, honestly, probably not. Their timing is genuinely abysmal. It comes out later today, and I'm going to be way too busy with Last Epoch. For the next season, very much yes. I just hope it doesn't fall on top of something like the Theory League. I might even check out the preseason a bit late. We'll see. But right now it is in the middle of a huge game launch. I can't, you know, I can't play a preseason event just randomly. I think, oh, standing in that's very bad. Don't do that. I think my plan is going to be to check out the preseason when the multiplayer comes out for it. In like a week. A, because then it's not directly on top of all the Last Epoch stuff. And B, because I'm really curious how multiplayer goes. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe 2 days from now I'll be super bored. Probably not. But yeah. More Torchlight content in the future? Absolutely. That's pretty good. All right. Shatter this. Oh, that's why. All right. Shatter this. That's kind of neat. I'll hold on to that. Oh, that's sweet. God damn, that's a bow base. Shatter. Shatter. Okay, let's craft something here. So I've got crit chance bow attack speed, minion, and bow damage. This is why I've been shattering so much stuff. Oh, damn. Alrighty. But what else do I want for a suffix? Do I want fist? See, my pen's going to be so oversaturated. I'm going to think on this because I probably want to res. And I probably need whatever res I'm actually lacking. This build's so OP, though. Like, oh my god, this build is ridiculous. One thing I need to do is get a little more defenses. Because I'm getting to that point where I do actually need defenses.
Not happening.
Yeah, and that's the thing with me. I'm much more of an ARPG player than, like, someone who plays a specific game. Because this happens for every genre I play, but I don't really like just playing one game over and over. Even if a game is the best game to ever exist in the history of existence, I will get bored of it.
Not happening.
Oh, I found a bug, I think. Those enemies weren't spawning. And so instead, I like bouncing between games. Hence why right now I'm playing Last Epoch. And, you know, not Path of Exile or Torchlight Infinite or Diablo 4 or any of those. Oh. This is very buggy. All right, whatever. We're just going to go again. Don't care enough. I mean, that's also fair. I know a lot of people who do that. My only advice, you know what? I already have a crit multi-blessing there. Let's get something better. Let's go for a place where we don't actually have a good blessing. Anyway, my only advice for people who tend to play one game until their eyes bleed is, do not play one game until you hate it. That if you are not having fun, please stop playing it. Because I've seen so many people who play a game and play a game and play a game and play a game. And then they're like, I hate this game. These are the worst developers ever. Everyone's a terrible person. It's like, dude, step back. You've played too much. That's a sign. Yeah, take breaks. Come back. You'll enjoy things so much more.
Not happening. Not happening.
And so, yeah. That's my thoughts on that. Just take breaks, come back, play when it's fun, stop playing when it's not. Which, also, that's why it's great we have so many ARPGs. Because no matter how hardcore or casual you are, there's probably 3 or 4 ARPGs between, you know, little indie titles and big games that you can check out. So do you mean on my stream right now, or do you mean in general? Because on my stream right now, I'm not surprised the viewers are very low. I just started, and it usually takes about an hour before people trickle in. Also, most people who watch my stream tend to watch me over on YouTube rather than Twitch, I've noticed. But hey, if you prefer Twitch, I'm here. Yeah, in general. Honestly, I haven't seen the viewership numbers. I've seen the player numbers, and they're right in the range of what I expected. Slightly lower than I expected, but I think that's just because there have been more server issues than I anticipated. Which, oh, that sucks so much. Like, the devs are having a really hard time because people are taking the server issues in very bad faith. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't get this whole expecting servers to work and review bombing and all that when the game has an offline mode. Because here's the thing. Some people want to play with friends. And some people hate themselves enough that they're going to subject themselves to Merchant's Guild, which, if that's you, please seek professional help. But for everyone else, just play offline on your first character like I am. You reduce the stress on the server. You make it easy for people who really do need to be online. And it's exactly the same gameplay experience. I've had a great time because that was my plan. Like, if there was an hour of server issues or more on launch, just go offline. I went offline. It's been great. Second character will be online. Server issues will be sorted out. Everyone will have trickled. It's fine. Win-win. Yeah. My personal estimate was like 150 to 250K. And so they hit the exact low end of my metric. And I know everyone's like, oh my God, it's going to be huge. Palworld hit 1 million. Ellie's going to hit 1 million. No. ARPGs are so incredibly niche as a game. Like, so incredibly niche that if gaming is an ocean, then ARPGs as a whole, including Diablo, is a lake. And Diablo is drawing heavily from like the couch co-op audience, which isn't necessarily going to trigger anything for LE because I don't think LE is on console yet. And so like, that's not even those people in the D4 audience wouldn't enjoy the game. They literally can't play if they wanted to. I actually think that LE, while it's not the best couch co-op game, is playable as a couch co-op game. But yeah, it's a tiny, tiny, tiny puddle. And to be fair, PoE is not that much bigger. I mean, it's bigger, but it's not that much bigger. PoE is a big puddle. Whereas survival games are a lake.
Not happening.
One thing for understanding stuff like Diablo 4 and, you know, expected launch sizes for Last Epoch and all that stuff, the thing that has helped me the most is looking at what industry experts are saying. Like, not games media, but actual developers and industry experts about a lot of this stuff. And so the thing about D4 is it did almost exactly what Blizzard wanted, and it did bring in a lot of new players. But Blizzard is not in the business of revolutionizing genres. And at least since like the D2 days, they haven't really been in that business. That's not their market. Their market is to make a game that is as wide as possible and as deep as a puddle. Whereas the truly revolutionary games are a little more niche than that. And sure, some of them do end up getting mass appeal. Look at Palworld. Look at Hades.
Not happening.
But like, or Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 got mass appeal despite being in a super niche genre. Palworld got mass appeal because it was in a pretty casual genre and it did things really well. Hades got mass appeal because genuinely some of the best storytelling in any roguelike, and roguelikes are super addictive. But don't get me wrong, Bastion had the same level of storytelling. It wasn't as deep or as refined, but it was still incredible. And that game remained tiny. Like, it's a mix of luck and so many other factors. Oh no. There we go. Cut. But also, I don't think D4 is a terrible game for what it's supposed to be. I do think Blizzard has committed a major sin by advertising it the way they did. Where I think they should have gone all in on this is not to be taken too seriously. It's pretty darn arcadey. We put more time into our single player campaign. Like, there's no reason to say, oh, it's the next big ARPG and it's this and that. It's not what they did. It's not what they wanted to do. It's fine. And yes, Hades does have an amazing sense of style. But you can't tell me that Transistor doesn't have that same amazing style.
Not happening.
That's true, Zellion. But look at it this way. Their audience isn't the player who plays to endgame.
Not happening.
Their audience is the player who plays through the seasonal quest line, maybe gets to level 80 or so, and then goes back to work on Monday. Like, that's the thing. And I'm not saying games like that don't have a place. I'm just saying it was very much sold as something it's not. And that led to all these problems. Okay, so this is minion melee and bow damage. That's another good base to put on. You know, that's actually just a good item. God damn. And then this one, actually that's kind of trash. I'm gonna try to rip the bow crit chance off. Easy. Bye-bye. I don't know, maybe I'll regret that when I make an ignite build later. Oh no, it's crit base.
Yes.
Yep. That's the other thing though. Blizzard clearly didn't design D4 to have a standard server at all. But they're like, yeah, we're going to support this because we're for everybody now. It's like, dude, if you're not going to support standard, don't have standard. I have the same criticism for Torchlight. Now, in Path of Exile, I actually think that standard has a place. Because that game has such a long tail on its end game that you really can spend, you know, years progressing if you're playing a little bit here and there. D4 doesn't have that long tail. And they accelerated progress to the point where even relatively casual players can fully progress within a season. And in Torchlight Infinite, because they add new systems every season, standard just doesn't work. And so devs should either support standard or not have it. Right now for Last Epoch, I would say standard is well supported because for 1.0, standard has all the content the cycle does. I don't know 100% if that's a good idea going forward or, you know, if that's going to hurt the game long term. We'll see. It's an interesting experiment, but right now that is what it is. Right now it works pretty well. I do think it was the right choice for 1.0. And who knows, maybe for, you know, 1.2 or whatever they change it. Because that's the other thing I've noticed a lot of players don't really think about when it comes to game dev is devs can and will change their minds on things. That this isn't a one and done, like, okay, this game is always and forever this exact way. Certain things are really hard to change. But yeah. So out of curiosity, what do you do about the fact that in Standard, in Torchlight Infinite, enemies are balanced around the power you get from the new systems, but you don't actually have the new systems? I know it wasn't quite as bad this season, because while Twin Nightmare is very powerful, it doesn't feel like it was as game-changing as something like Hero Relics and Memories. But during that season, I cannot imagine playing Standard, because you got like literal 10x multipliers. Yeah, and so that's the thing where I really think devs should either support or not have Standard. If they support it, that's great. Absolutely have it. Give people the option. But if you don't support it and you're just giving people a consistently poor gameplay experience, I don't think you should really have it as an option. That you should say, hey, we would love to support this in the future, but we can't yet. But the other problem with that, and this is where peeking behind the curtain a little bit gets dangerous because you learn things that you shouldn't. What do a lot of these live service games have in common that stops them from supporting Standard? What's the thread? No, it's not legacy items. Oh, ow, stop face tanking. Yes, Battle Pass, exactly. That the company actually probably loses money off of people playing on Standard. That there needs to be a financial incentive for them to develop Standard. And here's the thing. There's a very easy fix to that literally the biggest gaming company in the world is already doing. At least biggest, depending on how you count them. If you count them as a technology company, they're not the biggest gaming company. But if you count Microsoft as the biggest gaming company in the world, a lot of their battle passes for games like God damn it, I did not mean Torchlight Infinite, I meant Halo Infinite. Too many Infinites. Stop making Infinites. At least we didn't get Assassin's Creed Infinite. But yeah, for Halo Infinite, you can just buy the battle pass. Oh wait, no, I want this. And you can progress it whenever you want. And you can buy old battle passes and progress them if you've already completed the current one. And honestly, I think that's the best way to go. Because sure, it might be outdated cosmetics, and yes, you lose the FOMO. But you know what? FOMO marketing is unhealthy anyway. It is psychologically damaging to certain people. It essentially motivates through negative behavior rather than through positive behavior. And people aren't often buying it because, you know, they genuinely think, hey, I really like this. They're buying it and playing it because they're like, well, all my friends have the cool skin, so I need the cool skin. Or they're buying it and playing because, well, it was cool at the start and I already spent the money. So yeah, let people progress the battle pass forever. If you bought it, you own it. And you know what? You could even do something like, hey, if you complete the battle pass during a season, the next battle pass will be slightly cheaper. Otherwise, you pay full price and you can do it as long as you want, whenever you want over on Standard. And then all of a sudden there'd be a financial incentive. A, the company would make more money, and B, they would have a reason to support Standard. And so it'd be a win-win. And I think that's one of the reasons why 11th Hour Games with Last Epoch does support Standard. Because they don't have a battle pass. That negative financial incentive doesn't exist. That's such a dumb belt. Why does that belt exist? Can I actually make this into something? Oh no. I don't think I can, but let's find out. YOLO. Poison res. Poison res is actually kind of okay. Void damage. Okay, no, never mind. We bricked. It's fine. I mean, a lot of companies don't think that way. The Bluebird buff is Sky Signal. Basically, each stack is 3% pen. So I'm getting a lot of pen. That's why you go with the explosive trap version of this, as opposed to any other version. Also, I think I'm going to turn down my graphics a little more, because now that I have more explosions going off, I am lagging a little bit. I was lagging off stream too, but it's slightly worse on stream, which makes sense. Who knew that adding more and more explosions just slowly erodes your ability to not lag? There we go. Let's try that. Oh, that's better. Watch, as I get even more attack speed and mana recovery, I'm gonna have to turn it down to low. Good news is, Last Epoch looks pretty darn good even on low. The Sky Signal stuff is mostly for single target, but I'm sure it helps a little bit while clearing. You know, I might just restart the game in a second here, because all of a sudden this has gotten very laggy, like noticeably so. It was not this bad earlier, and I'm thinking it's just that I've left the game running for 4 hours, and yeah. It does. It's called Warpath. It's very strong. Alright. So, what I'm going to do here... do this, because it's going to take a bit. The huge explosions are ballista. Right. 1 second here. Let me, Okay, I'm gonna put this on like so. Okay, and this. Oh yeah, I want to get my EXP before I Alt F4 the game. Okay, well not Alt F4, but exit to desktop. Now the screen is going to go blank for just a second. Now I have to restart LE. I found that LE does take a little bit to restart when I do this, but hey, full offline. Gonna be good. We'll be chill. And as soon as it's back, hopefully there's less lag. Also, because I changed the graphic settings a couple times, I do think that it's probably better to restart the game anyway. Should have done this before stream. It's just before stream, the lag was way more chill. How's it going, Snow? We are just in a quick interlude here. Again, I apologize for this. I do wish the game didn't take like 30 seconds to a minute to start. Because yes, when I swapped the screen over, I did close the game, as you heard from the music dropping. And yeah, now we're just waiting. It is still starting. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, cool. I've also noticed it tends to tank my stream entirely. It just gets really resource intensive on startup. Oh, there we go. There we go, there we go. We are back. Perfect. Yeah, I don't recommend being sick either. That sucks. I'm sorry. Okay. And now, go back in game and hope that we are slightly less laggy on the ballista bomber. You know, something I didn't think of that I 100% should have done is I should have run an ad break to disable those for a bit. My bad on that. I'm going to go back here and keep farming because I have a terrible blessing here. How's it going? Just having a few slight lag issues. I restarted the game. Hopefully that helps to fix it. But we'll see. So far, so good on the build, though. Build is insane. And I have okay gear. Like, I got my bow. I got a 1 LP Morning Frost that hit move speed. I have not considered running aerial assault, no, because I don't need damage, I need defenses. And shift is insane defensively. Well, god damn it. Alright, catch you later. Because I'm pretty sure there's no way to make aerial assault give you as many defenses as you get from just the dodge stuff on shift. Also, shift gives me a Shadow Falcon, and I don't think I can get a Shadow Falcon from aerial assault. Because the thing about buffing your damage with a traversal skill, this build already does way too much damage.
Not happening.
Like, I might need to lower my damage to get more defenses. Which is definitely not just because I have kind of been pretending that certain resistances aren't a thing in the game while I fix my gear. But you know.
Not happening.
Necrotic damage, meh. Let's see. Smoke bomb, bow damage, health cold res. Health cold res might actually be worth it. Poison res. Night on bow hit crit chance. Yeah, I don't really need that. Is there any way I can rearrange these to get another 2x2 in? No. Okay. Why are these all arena, by the way? Could we, not do that? I just want another LP Morning Frost so that I can be even greedier and hit a res.
Not happening.
I'm sure hitting movement speed and res, maybe hitting exalted movement speed, super easy, right? It actually might genuinely be easier to hit a 3 LP Morning Frost than to get a good pair of exalted move speed boots.
Not happening.
Then again, maybe not, because there's going to be the T7 Apex chance soon. Oh, but there's going to be LP chance too.
Not happening.
Personally, where I think Aerial Assault comes in is in the non-ballista version of this build.
Not happening.
Because the non-ballista version can easily specialize decoy or smoke bomb, so you get an extra silver shroud source and a lot of extra defenses. I'm sure that would feel really good.
Not happening.
Hey, thank you very much for the gift sub, and welcome on in. Hopefully your Last Epoch journey is going well. Huh. We've got Transient Rest. I don't think I care about those. Although honestly, the stats on them are pretty darn good. 15 health. Aw, it's not double health. Double health would have been sweet. I'm just blasting some empowered monos right now, trying to either get better blessings or other things. Can't play till late next week. You know, if you're going to be playing online, either with friends or on the server, waiting is kind of just really nice right now, because it means you miss all the server issues. Wait, why am I losing all this health? Oh god. Why is this debuff so painful? No. I mean, I know why. It's because I have 0 poison res, but I should fix that. I'm glad you like the videos. I'm definitely going to be coming out with quite a few more very soon. Because I was annoyed at... And, okay. So, just to be clear, just so there's no drama or anything, when I say I was annoyed at Maxwell's loot filters, I don't mean they're bad. I just mean they don't do exactly what I want, which is show me direct upgrades from my character. They're way more generalized than that. So yesterday I was feeling lazy. I just stole from actual loot filters and I was using them instead of making my own. And I got annoyed at seeing too many items on the ground that I didn't care about, even if many of them are good items and things you should pick up. So I made my own and I'm going to make a video on that. That'll be out tomorrow. Again, I just want to be very clear. It's not a problem with a filter. The problem is that the filters are not made for me. Like, for example, showing good boots. The filters show good boots because a lot of people need them. I'm wearing movement speed Morning Frosts. I don't need good boots. All I need from boots is LP fodder for when I get a 2 LP Morning Frost. And so, I turned off most boots. Stuff like that. And I did also put the filter in my Discord. I'll be updating it occasionally. If I get complaints about it, at the point where I regret it, this will never happen again. But also, I did try to put big warnings that, hey, the filter experience will be literally, this is what I need right now. If you're not willing to customize it, do not use it. Oh, god damn. Nice roll. Speaking of LP fodder for Morning Frost, try to make that into something. Let's see. That's T6. It's insane. I do want to chaos this. Attunement. No. Okay, try again. Strength. Damn it. No. Come on. Dex or move speed. Dex or move speed. Yes! Okay. Now we do this. Okay. And now we just Gamba for the Last Epoch slot. Maybe I could have tried to seal, but it's fine. Dodge rating, eh. Health regen per second. Okay. Gamba one more time. Went back to health regen. Whatever. That's fine. See, that's exactly what I mean by good LP fodder. And so, if I get a Morning Frost, I can now try to get movement speed and minion damage on it. I think Dex is even better. But that's the best pair of LP fodder boots I've gotten in a bit. Yeah, my filters are very cavalier, let me put it that way. What else do I want? This. Yeah. Deflect and weave next. Wait. Did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Yes, deflect and weave. Oh yeah, did I? 14 out of 15. Damn it, of course I... Right. Okay. Side quest that gives skill points. Where's the side quest that gives skill points? Liath's Tower. Pretty sure. I totally forgot that I didn't do that. Whoopsie. Oh, I'm offline, so it has to be Circle of Fortune. But I'm going to be honest with you. After seeing the Merchants Guild and what was required to trade and all that, the plan was going to be Circle of Fortune anyway. Because Circle of Fortune means you can stack awesome loot explosions and use prophecies to manipulate outcomes and all that. And Merchants Guild means you have to play well past level 100 to buy basic items. It's actually just worthless. Like right now, 1 LP Morning Frost. I got this as a drop. I could not buy this. I couldn't 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 buy basically anything I am wearing right now except for these 2 items. Merchants Guild is absolute garbage. Lucas, check the video in the description. The Falconer plan, I go over all the skill stuff. Yes, rip merchants indeed. And welcome on in, Age. And Flix, yes, it is a shame MTX doesn't work. I want to use my really sick portal. I have a worm portal. It's awesome. I wish I could use it. Yeah. I really hope at some point in the future they buff Merchants Guild by allowing you to buy and sell every item from rank 1. Because favor is already a gate. You need to farm favor to buy stuff anyway. And I also wish there was something similar to the prophecy system that strongly encouraged people to sell items that are missing in the market. So like, let's just say there are no LP Morning Frost for sale. There should be like a LP Morning Frost bounty where maybe it doesn't cost any favor to list them until there's at least 5 on the market. Or maybe the Merchants Guild provides extra gold if you sell one when there's none on the market. Something, just some bonus to fix those holes, because otherwise you get this horrible conflicts of player behavior with game systems. Where the player behavior right now is going to be, I want to buy my next upgrade. So I'm going to go to the Merchants Guild primarily when I'm looking to buy, not primarily when I'm looking to sell, because the system doesn't particularly incentivize selling. Obviously, you need to sell to get gold, but in the early game in particular, gold's pretty plentiful as a drop. So you will start thinking more about it when you're looking to buy. Therefore, less stuff gets picked up to sell because people are using their limited favor to buy things. That's problem 1. Problem number 2, because of the rank limits, you can reasonably obtain all of the items that you're going to be buying from the Merchants Guild, or almost all, because to be fair, there are some for rank 1, 2, 3 that are very easy to get. Like, idols are actually one of the big wins for Merchants Guild. But aside of that, it is reasonable to obtain these things as drops before you will ever unlock the ability to trade them. Like, it is faster to target farm a 1 LP Morning Frost than it is to get to rank 8 at a Merchant's Guild to buy that 1 LP Morning Frost. If you want proof of that, I'm wearing 1 LP Morning Frost right now. I feel reasonably confident in saying that it's not unrealistic that I would have gotten one by this point. It's a pretty common item, and I can, you know, run the timeline to target farm it. I am level 88, and I will show you my rep in just a second here. I'm about to hit rank 6. Remember, to buy it, you need to be rank 8, which is absurd. Like, to buy all exalted things, I'm pretty sure you need to be rank 7. But they're 50% more likely at rank 4. And you know what? I got my first exalted drop in the story. And so the problem is that right now, the incentives are all really, really, really punishing. And I don't like it at all. Yeah, well, that's because I don't have to log in, Chen. Because unless you're playing with friends, there's no reason to be online right now. And if you say Merchant's Guild, see what I just said. Also, don't worry about them nerfing Merchant's Guild, or sorry, nerfing Circle of Fortune to suck as much as Merchant's Guild. That's not a concern here. The devs are very much coming at the entire thing from a perspective of SSF players primarily. That Circle of Fortune is the way a lot of the devs personally enjoy and play the game. It's what they know, and that's why the system is so awesome. They are concerned that if they make Merchant's Guild too strong, they are going to basically be unable to take it back later, and it's going to be the dominant way to play. But this has led to a very, very toxic overreaction, where the Merchant's Guild just gives entering players an incredibly poor experience. And, like, I would prefer, if you made a perfect video game where Merchant's Guild and Circle of Fortune are completely balanced, you will progress at exactly the same rate, somehow. It's just about preferred playstyle. Then I would play Merchant's Guild, without a question. I enjoy trading. I enjoy buying upgrades and making builds around that stuff. I don't get the enjoyment of trading from this because they've removed all of the merchanty things that I like in other games. There is no buy low, sell high because you can't retrade items. And as an item acquisition method, it is far slower. I'm not talking about, okay, 10%, 20% slower. Because honestly, I'd still probably play Merchant's Guild if it was. I'm talking 50, 60, 70% slower. And so what I expect is going to happen is that the Merchant's Guild has gone down the path of a self-fulfilling prophecy, where it is a poor experience, and a lot of the people who would be blasters see this market full of items they cannot buy. And so they go, all right, well, I'm just going to go farm it because I'm a blaster. I know what to do. Then the casual players who just need their next upgrade see all the blasters wearing exalted items and LP things and all that and go, oh, I can't do any of that. I'm locked out of it entirely. And so then they also reroll Circle of Fortune. And they do this before they would get to that critical mass point of rank 7 or 8, where they can actually trade all the stuff. Which means people aren't actually buying stuff. So anyone who's relying on the gold from selling things to then progress their own character doesn't get that gold because there's no buyers who can, you know, get the items. The worst feeling in the world right now would be to get, as a Merchant's Guild member, a 1 LP Ravenous Void on a build that can't use it. Because guess what? No one can buy it. It's gonna take days, maybe a week before you have a market for that. And if a lot of people are re-rolling, you might not develop that market for even longer. And so it's this self-fulfilling prophecy of a negative feedback loop. And it just feels terrible for people. So yeah, I think Merchant's Guild needs big buffs. And I think it needs a gameplay reason to interact with the economy. Now, should that reason be like PoE of, I want big numbers of currencies, or I want to flip stuff? Well, first of all, I think it should be called the Adventurers Guild, not the Merchants Guild, if you're not allowing people to flip stuff and all that. Because when I think merchant, I think like doing trade runs in Arc Age, or flipping stuff on the auction house in WoW. If that's merchant stuff, right? I don't think buying my next upgrade. Whereas Adventurers Guild, I think, all right, collaborating, doing stuff together, buying my next upgrade. All that fun stuff. And then the incentives have to be around helping other players get that gear, making it available on the market. I also think with the favor system, there's already a lot of things to disincentivize the wanton and destructive flipping that a lot of people don't like. The problem is, it also damages / prevents the positive flipping that people do enjoy. Because there's such a thing as positive flipping. Like, just to use an example, I know a lot of you have played Path of Exile. In PoE, positive flipping would be someone who buys a person's entire essence tab, or a bunch of people's entire essence tabs, and aggregates them so that when you, the late game crafter, just want 500 of an essence, you can just buy 500 of an essence. This helps people who only farm a few essences because they get a sale instantly. They don't have to deal with, hi, I'd like to buy your one essence. Hi, I'd like to buy your one essence. They get one trade. And this helps the high-end crafters who go, in one trade, I want to buy everything. And does that person, as an aggregator, make a profit in the middle? Yes, absolutely. Should they make a profit? Yes, absolutely. They are doing the economy a service. And I do think LE's system should encourage that. Like, let's just say, I want to gamble. I want to make a bunch of Morning Frost, and I want to put an experimental affix on it. I think I should be able to buy those, make them into legendaries, and then resell them. Because if I hit movement speed, or if I hit vitality, then I'm doing the economy a service by being able to resell those. Otherwise, what you get is, there's 1 LP Morning Frost are incredibly expensive on the market. Very few people can buy them. And you can't just buy the legendary version anyway, because it requires rank 10. That's not correct, C2 Gaming. Positive flipping exists in every game with an economy. It just takes different forms in different games. For example, in WoW, crafting Darkmoon decks. That's an example of positive flipping. At least until you do what I did in that game, and own the entire market for Darkmoon decks. Then it becomes negative, because now I have a market monopoly. And the systems should be in place to prevent players from having a market monopoly, because otherwise, players will very much do it. I will do it. Why? Because why not? This happened in Torchlight Infinite. There was a time where there were very, very few items on the Torchlight Infinite market, and they were very expensive. Now, I wanted to test a build. Right? So I needed an amulet. There's only like 5 of them up, and they were 200 FE each. And so if I bought that and then resold it, I'd lose like 50 FE to the tax. But if I buy all 5 of them and post them for 1,200 FE each and sell 2 of them, which I did before the price dropped again, now I've made money and gotten to do my test. And so that's exactly what I did. Where, because the economy didn't allow me to interact in the positive way, which in that case would have been, I buy an amulet and I test it, and I resell it for the same exact thing, without losing any money, I had to do the harmful thing of buying them all and reselling them for more, so that I didn't lose money. yes, the tier for items you can buy is based on your rank. And personally, I think it should be changed to be much more forgiving.
Not happening.
Also, let's explore this idea just a little bit more from C2 Gaming. The idea that you can eliminate all, flipping and trading time and all that in any economy with good design. How would you eliminate the need for aggregators within an economy? For someone who says, I'm going to buy a lot of this thing that is commonly traded and put it up in a single listing. Like, what's the practical system level design implications of that, and how would you go about it? Let's see. Increased acid flask. I'm just going to dump all these in. Yeah. See, right now, I'm not 100% sure, but I am feeling pretty confident in the fact that trade is not in a good spot at the moment. Like, again, I've said this every time it's come up, where I do not want to be right about this, but everything that I have seen has been right about this. Okay, so now let's explore what C2 Gaming is mentioning. So Black Desert Online has a very interesting trade house or auction house, because Black Desert Online's auction house is actually set up so that the company can make money by selling currency to people. And as a result, some of the levels of friction have been removed. They actually do want you to use the trade house more than other games because they make a tangible amount of money based on that. But yes, you could allow people to buy until X price. That solves the problem of needing aggregators. However, it creates a new problem. That new problem is, okay, now it sets a new price floor. And that price floor is higher for all items because you can buy until X price. And then the question is it okay for the price floor of items to be higher as a result of that? And what are the practical implications of that? Well, the practical implications of that are you need gold sinks or other currency sinks that are highly effective at incentivizing players to waste the currency they get by quickly and efficiently buying those things. Otherwise, you get a situation like RuneScape has run into in RuneScape 3 with really weird levels of hyperinflation and how they've had to add multiple skills that are basically just thinly veiled gold sinks because they're running into problems as a result of that. Ooh. Minion damage. Now, with some games, that'll work really easily. But for example, with Last Epoch, there isn't really a gold sink. So then the question is, you're not getting scammed by not selling in bulk. No. You're not making arguments like that here. All right, so just so we're clear, when you are choosing to engage in the economy in a way where you get a lower price for a thing, that is not a scam. That is not in any way a scam. So let's get back to gold sinks. Now your game needs to maintain a gold sink to counteract inflation. This means, because of the really low friction to buy, over time, the prices of things go up. And the faster that someone at the top is able to acquire currency, the faster they go up. Which means your gold sinks also have to target the players who are the smartest and most likely to abuse mechanics. What this leads to is very often things like in RuneScape, where in RuneScape 3, people who don't have a lot of money feel like they are locked out of T90 gear entirely. They feel like they are locked out due to the cost increasing to literal billions of gold in some cases, because they are not an active participant in the high end of a market. And that's with gold sinks. That's with, I'm pretty sure, both invention. Well, invention's more of a material and gold sink, and then construction's a gold sink. With 2 sinks in the game, that is still happening. Which I can... Oh, wait, did I just pick the... Oh, God, I did. I wasn't paying attention because I was talking about trade stuff. Whoops. All right, I have to do this one more time. It's fine. Now, the counterbalance to that, and something that Path of Exile does really well, is Path of Exile does a very good job of controlling inflation. One, because people are encouraged, especially at the top end, through things like mirror crafting, to destroy their currency items. 2, because there's relatively easy retradability of anything that you buy. And 3, because there's innate frictions in the system to discourage people from trading items so that there is a market at the bottom. Those markets at the bottom get very quickly hollowed out when you can just buy X. Because if you can buy X till a price, all the cheap ones get bought up, raising the price floor. Which, if you can farm that thing efficiently, is very good for you. But if you can't farm it efficiently, it's very bad for you. And that's something that I don't know if any developer has actually come up with a solution to. I certainly haven't seen a solution to that. PoE's solution is friction. But if you remove friction, don't know if there is one. Okay. Let's see if I can get some shards for this. There we go. I think I'm about to hit rank 7 here, which is kind of crazy. I also don't think there's really any developer that should spend excessive amounts of time trying to specifically remove all of the negative externalities of trade. Because the thing is, they're always going to exist. No matter how much you try to remove them, someone's going to find a loophole. And what the end result of trying to remove them entirely is, instead of trying to manage them, you make the experience worse for people who are just trying to enjoy the game. Which is exactly what has happened with Last Epoch. They tried way too hard to remove, well, all the negative externalities, and have, in the process, made trade a poor experience for everyone else. Because here's the other thing. Some people enjoy flipping. Some people enjoy being that bulk aggregator. And if you want to truly support trade, you want to give them an an avenue to play the game in that way. You also have to look at things in extreme big picture. Because I've always heard, oh, well, games should just eliminate scams entirely. Well, how you do that is you eliminate any way to exchange items. Because otherwise, someone will eventually get scammed. And so what you have to do instead is, all right, what systems can we use to hedge against scams? A good example of this is requiring a second confirmation screen. A very classic one. RuneScape used it for decades. Or displaying numbers in an easy-to-read manner. All of these things hedge against scams. Making sure items have distinct icons hedges against scams. Will it eliminate them entirely? No. Can it eliminate them entirely? No. But it means the number of scams is much, much lower. And that was my trade is complicated talk. Also, I have a Merchant's Guild, needs a lot of work. I think a very good start would just be whenever you can reasonably expect to encounter an item in the game, that is when you should be able to trade it. In fact, maybe make it unlock when it first drops. So like, you can't buy a LPL 50 item until you've dropped a 1 LP of an LPL 50 item. You can't buy T6 Exalted Affixes until you've dropped a T6 Exalted Affix. And then ranking up in the Merchant's Guild would increase your ability to trade. And again, reward you for interacting with and filling holes in the economy. Ooh, +3 to dive bomb.
Not happening.
So, when are we talking? When you say a simple aspect where you dropped a tabula and you wanted to sell to get an early unique, how early are we talking? Because trade as an overall system doesn't unlock until the end of a campaign. And then it's relatively easy to get to rank 3, which, one second, let me pull something up just so I have an actual thing in front of me with pictures rather than half remembered, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. Merchant's Guild overview. So you can buy specific unique items, i.e. those without legendary potential at rank 3. You can buy idols by rank 4. You'll get rank 3 very quickly. Rank 4 will come shortly before or right after you get to Empowered Monoliths. Then rank 5, which is where you start unlocking exalted items, comes generally right after you get to Empowered Monoliths, assuming that everyone else's progression is similar to what I've gone through. I'm not 100% sure because it's not a one-to-one. It depends on how many items you sell, how many items you buy, all that stuff. So, if you're talking about, can I get very basic uniques shortly after doing the campaign? Yes. But can I get like all these exalted items that I'm wearing? If I was Merchant's Guild, I would have had to have found all these. The only items right now that if I was a Merchant's Guild member that I could have realistically bought from other players is the Talons of Valor and the Woven Flesh, both of which could be bought very early. But this helmet, well, that's an exalted helmet. I can't buy that. The Bone Amulet of Deflection, I can't buy that. Actually, maybe quivers count as weapons. So I could have bought the quiver. That's 3 items. But I couldn't have bought the rings. Couldn't have bought the belt. Couldn't have bought the gloves. I definitely couldn't have bought 1 LP Morning Frost. I don't think I could have bought the relic because I'm pretty sure that's not a weapon. And all of that stuff requires rank 7. I'm level 88. I'm probably going to hit rank 6 around level 90. That's a serious, serious grind. Oh. Okay, fine. We are gambling. I should have done the gamble first. Easy. Too easy. Okay. See if I can salvage this. What else might I want on the chest? Health. Okay. 4. Close enough. Yeah, it's really rough right now. Where it is a system made to prevent negative externalities at the cost of the user experience. That the devs were very concerned about flipping and all that. Yeah, I know crit avoidance is good. The thing is, I'm planning to put it on a woven flesh, which has 100% anyway. And so I'd kind of just like a bigger bump in life. I guess if I was going to wear it as is, I probably would have gone crit avoid. But I'm pretty sure woven flesh is better. Because I don't really need the dive bomb levels yet. Anyway. Yeah, the devs were very, very worried about the negative externalities. Which I think comes from a lot of people have bad experiences with trade in PoE. Because they treat trade in PoE like trade in WoW. Or trade in RuneScape. Trade in PoE is PvP. It is intentionally and explicitly set up that way. Now, it sounds like GGG might be open to changing that. But right now, it is PvP. And if you approach it as such, with the I'm gonna win this mentality, it generally goes a lot better for you than if you approach it with the, oh, this is just an easy item transfer system. Again, I'm not saying you have to like it being PvP. I think a lot of people dislike it being PvP, and that's totally fine. But it's going into PoE trading and going like, oh, well, you know, I got scammed by this or that because I bought this thing and it was actually 2 chaos more expensive. Don't get me wrong. I don't think people should be scamming, but I also don't think buying something that's slightly more expensive or you choosing to sell something for less is a scam. Like, going into it like that? No. Because that's no different from accidentally posting something in WoW for 1 gold and having it sell. Like, that's not a scam. That's just a mistake. And it sucks when mistakes happen. But if you see it as, oh, it's a scam, it's this horrible externality that is destroying me, you're not going to fix the problem. If you look at it as, oh, crap, I made a mistake, I need to do better next time, you're going to double check before clicking that post button. Or you're going to double check before inviting someone to trade. Yeah, I only play trade in PoE, and I very much enjoy the overall economy that trade in PoE creates. Now, do I go out of my way to do things that hurt other players? No, I don't. Do I have the money to be able to do that? A lot of the time, yes. Do I sometimes troll people who are going out of their way to do things that hurt other players? Also, yes. Would I do it if I needed to get an upgrade? Yes, because that's the system. It's a lot harder to corner a market in PoE than you think. There's very few items in PoE where you can actually do that with. I mean, if you don't like inflation, oh boy, you're not going to like Last Epoch trade, because inflation in Last Epoch trade is, it's going to be way worse than PoE this league, let me tell you.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if items start frequently going for millions to billions of gold. If they're even for sale at all. Because the items go out of the economy, making them extremely high in demand, and gold does not go out of the economy, making it extremely worthless. Yes, they still do it in very specific cases, but that's the thing. It doesn't affect you nearly as much as you think unless you're a quite high-end player. Like, people often say, oh, blank person has a monopoly on mage bloods. No. It is incredibly difficult to corner a market on an extremely high-volume trade, but relatively rare item like Mage Blood or Headhunter or something. Whereas it's pretty easy to corner the market on something that's not frequently traded, like Divine Teardrops, Painted Divine Teardrops. The super rare crafting material that's very niche and very few players even know it exists. That sort of thing, really easy to corner the market on, because no one's paying attention to it. And that's the other thing. If people are paying attention, it is much harder to corner any market. Why did I pick this up again? Oh, I know why. There we go. And to be fair, PoE's system isn't perfect. Like, one thing they could definitely do better is allow you to trade certain bulk things that are also not easily aggregated, like maps. Buying 8 mod maps is a huge pain. Timeless jewels, definitely a pain. That kind of stuff. But overall, it is the best video game economy that I've ever played. Yeah, that's the thing, Tommy. I, yesterday, said I'm going to give the servers an hour. If they're not real nice within an hour, I'm just playing offline for my first character and all the builds I play on it. Because I would rather be able to play the game and have a good time than worry about servers. I wasn't planning to play with anyone anyway. I was planning to be Circle of Fortune because Merchants Guild is barely a faction. And so yeah, here we are. And I don't regret anything. I've had a really good time. Oh. Yeah. And welcome on in, Zen. Out of curiosity, C2, did you see what Jonathan discussed with Ziz about PoE 2 trading? Because I think the proposed thing there with instant buyouts, but having the cost scale with items, actually does a really good job of that. How do I feel about skins so far? Some are good, some are bad. That's very much it depends on the skin, kind of like any other game. Like, I can't show it off because I'm in offline, sadly, but the old supporter pack worm portal looks awesome. I really love that. And the wings look kind of stupid. Like, wings in games are so hard.
Not happening.
Yeah. It seems like a really good solution to reduce a lot of the negatives while still allowing players to experience a lot of the positives. No, I don't need that, actually. Wait, why are those... Oh, I know why. See, that whole discussion, C2, gets into a much bigger problem that I'm going to be honest, I'm not willing to have on stream because there are too many people who cannot see nuance. But TLDR, I really don't think you're ever going to get around third parties when trading is involved or when anything remotely competitive is involved. Now, there's definitely things you can do to mitigate it, and I think GGG talked about some of the things they're doing to mitigate it, such as making more things tradable, but you can't eliminate it entirely. And if the solution is, oh, well, just ban it and ban people who participate, the people caught in the crossfire will get you so much bad press that your company is going to get buried. But anyway, I'm going to move on because, as I said, that is a conversation that needs to be had with nuance. I'd be happy to have it in my Discord. I'm not having it publicly because there's two things the internet has no ability to understand. Those things are nuance and sarcasm. So yeah. Oh, causing your eyes. Yeah, they are quite bright, unfortunately. So far, it hasn't bothered me.
Not happening.
But also, because I'm dive bomb here, worst case, I could just eliminate Explodey Ballista. I don't know, they're sweet. Like, screen-wide explosion.
Not happening.
Yeah. In terms of game trading systems and all that, the one that I'm really, really curious about is PAX Day. Because that's made by ex-EVE Online devs. It's the little bridges. So you'll see little bridges between your islands. Also, I could be remembering wrong, but I think now all the waypoints just get unlocked. Oh, I could be remembering that wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I think all the waypoints just get unlocked and you don't even need the bridges. Oh, that's so close. Wait, can we fix it? We can fix her. Maybe. No. 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 We couldn't fix her. Yeah, the effect is very flashy. I agree. I think one thing that helps for me is a lot of the time, the explosion takes place at the edge of my screen rather than directly on it because of the way I'm moving. Since I have the blast rain reducing cooldown on dive bomb and dive bomb reducing cooldown on shift thing. Which, by the way, that's just awesome. Feels so good. When should I stop picking up health shard gear? I don't know, soon, probably. Yeah, bosses and arenas. That makes sense. I keep trying to avoid arenas. And then I click them anyway, because I don't read. And then I'm sad, because I clicked an arena. It's my own fault, but, you know, it is what it is.
Not happening.
Oh god, there's cats here. I do feel really bad for EHG right now, because they tried their best to prepare for launch. They thought they had a good plan,
Not happening.
and as usual, the plan did not survive contact with the massive number of players playing. You should stop showing rares when they aren't actively an upgrade for any slots. So for me, that was during normal monos. I mean, I was showing them because I was being lazy and using the max roll filter. But if I was using my own filter, what I would have done is it would have been like, oh, well, I have this ring, which I got pretty early. And I have this ring, which I didn't get early. So I guess I need to still show rings. But oh, hey, I got this helmet. This helmet's sweet. All right, turn off helmets. I don't need rare helmets anymore. Because the only thing better than this is an exalted helmet. Yeah, overconfidence is the slow and insidious killer indeed. But it also feels really bad when someone is completely sincere in everything and they look bad as a result. And I especially dislike that because I feel like it leads to devs not being able to communicate properly with their player base because they are scared of a backlash and scared of being roasted. Oh, Nicholas. The Falconer is a Giga Chad. She doesn't need servers.
Not happening.
Do you want some tips on improving your damage then, or do you want to figure it out on your own? I don't know if that's a you didn't prepare intentionally or you just didn't prepare.
Not happening.
Wait, why am I still going here? Yeah, that too, C2. Like, I went into this with a plan. Yep, me too. 1 hour and then offline, 100%. And would I have loved to play online and, you know, had that little thing here? Sure. That way, once my build is done and I'm on to the next one and I want to jump in with a friend, I could. But you know what? It's fine. I'll just do that with my next character. I'd just rather play the game and have a good time right now and not worry about any of that. And also, if more people who weren't specifically planning to play with friends went offline, the servers would be better for the people who are specifically doing group play and actually need to be online. Because I do get that as well.
Not happening.
Yeah. I've been through way too many launches for way too many games where servers have exploded. Mostly intentional. Okay.
Not happening.
So, the biggest boost to my ballista scaling was the Morning Frost boots.
Not happening.
Yeah, staff from -3 mana. If you're going dive bomb, you can actually do something similar to what I've done. So I will show you my setup in just a second here, Zen. Wait. 65% bow crit strike. That's neat. Cool. Okay, you do have the boots. That was a huge, huge boon. I'm doing something very, well, I was going to say very experimental, but I don't think it counts as experimental anymore. Oh, that's an alchemist ladle. It's not a mad alchemist ladle. God damn it. Okay. So, in Dive Bomb, I have 3 points in Rapid Pursuit, which gives me mana gain on boss or rare hit and traversal skill cooldown reduction. I also have points in Swift Recovery so that I get mana back for shifting, because it costs 9 and gives me 12. Actually, might drop Rebound for even more healing. We'll see. I kind of haven't used this very often. And what that means is, as I'm using the Ballista, or as I'm using Blast Rain, my mana goes down, then my mana goes up when I drop the bird. Something else I'm doing that I maxed out, I don't know if this is in the guide or not, because I didn't look at the Ballista guide. Shared enhancements. Your damage modifiers also apply to your Ballista, which I'm pretty sure means literally everything. And so that was a massive boost to my damage when I figured that out. I'm going cold for the explosion. This to reduce the mana cost as much as possible. Sure. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I tried automated bombardment. It is better for Falcon burst damage, but it is absolutely brutal on the mana costs. So I went Trappist instead. Because Trappist lets me drop 3 traps. If the minus 35% damage applies, this does enough damage that it kind of doesn't matter. I should probably drop Tinker's Design. Where can I even get a point for that? I guess here. Okay. So I do this. I'm going to do that right now. Yeah. Tinker's Design seems really good. I'm maxing out the mana reductions, and I'm using Trappist to get the 3 traps per attack. Seems to be really, really strong. And this way, I'm dropping these to cover the cooldown on my Dive Bomb, then I'm dropping my Dive Bomb to get more mana back. And it's the only way that my mana has felt good. Oh. Because before that, I was having major mana issues and suffering. And yeah, you cannot change your masteries, unfortunately. Maybe in the future you'll be able to, but right now you can't. I do think it's a highly requested feature, so I wouldn't be surprised if you could change it in the future. I'll go here. Will I? Nah, I'll fight for boss first. There's no reason to add the extra mod. Oh no, I missed my cull. Wait, are they in culling range? I think so. Oh. Nope. So, I may have missed my culls there a lot, but assuming you cull bosses correctly, I think I have a lot of damage. Endurance, res, shred, fire res, or minion damage. I kind of want minion damage. He says, even though his damage is fine. No. Replace. What are we doing? I'm good, Lotador. Just kind of blasting. We just hit level 89. Bleed Chance. You know, I'm going to grab that. I might play Bleed Falcon after this. Oh, C2. There is a filter by condition, kind of. It's not exactly a filter by condition, but if you go and do this, and I need to go here anyway, so good timing. You can use lenses. So I have reduced chance for prophecies to have campaign events, which helps to reduce the things that I don't want and effectively filter by condition. Also reduced chance to have arena events. Oh no, Lotador. Also, I need to take these lenses out. Keep these. Personally, I would say yes, it is very much worth doing the dungeons just for prophecies. Prophecies are insane.
Yes? I was just on my way to amend a record. How can I help you?
See, I could also reduce the chance for monolith events or high corruption. See, chance to find exalted items. I kind of want... Alright, this is rank 7. And then for regional, it's all just target farming. So... I kind of want to reduce dungeon events for now. Do I? No, I think I just want to double down on uniques for a little bit. COF is ridiculously OP. What's your deck set, Zen? Monoliths are maps, yes. Because I have 80 dexterity, which is definitely helping a lot. Huh. Okay, that's really close to mine. My weapon isn't actually helping the ballistas that much. I don't actually know. Maybe it's a passive difference? No, most of my passives are Falcon Huh. Oh, I bet it's this. Do you have finesse them? And a lot of crit multi, or sorry, crit avoid. Because I have a ton of crit avoid. That bow drops potentially anywhere, but you target farm it in Fall of Outcasts. That's the target farming region for bows. Or you can use prophecies, which is what I'm about to do here. All right, let's try re-rolling here. I have extra bow chance, extra unique chance. So set weapon, no thanks. Exalted bow. Exalted wand, exalted weapon, exalted bow. Yeah, void horror in monolith, sure. Ranged weapon, I believe, means bow or quiver. So you also have to look at how many times a prophecy can be fulfilled. Oh, I found out why your damage is low, Venzen. Yeah, that's a super, super powerful node. Oh, I guess I'll have to go kill Fire Lich Cremoris. I could definitely go through the Soulfire Bastion once. Formosus at 240, or just God Hunter. I need to do Argentus at some point anyway. Unique Quiver, do I actually need one of those? Yes, and it's an exiled mage, and it can be claimed multiple times, so that's a good prophecy. Emperor of Corpses, yep, I'll grab that. Ranged weapon, any dungeon. Cool. Ranged weapon, Crimson Blade, no thank you. Sadly, it doesn't block the conditions entirely, but it does greatly reduce them, and I'm guessing if you have enough of the reduced chance lenses, it does block them. I just don't know how, many you need. All right, I'm going to get that. Deaths of rare enemies. Wait, I didn't read that? Oh, it's Lightless Arbor Tier 3. I don't want to do Lightless Arbor Tier 3 right now. Unique Dagger. No, thank you. I need to explore this system more. Temporal Sanctum Tier 3. I'm definitely going to be doing that at some point. The reason I don't want to do Lightless Arbor is I do not have enough gold for it yet. All right. So that's loading up on some prophecies.
You have returned. What is it that you seek?
And take a look. I just hit rank 6. Now I need 255,000 reputation. But hey, uniques are twice as more likely to have LP now. Oh, I didn't realize that was a big fatty. Ugh. I do not like the big wide ones. No, thank you. We want the long, tall ones instead. Don't ask why wide are bad, tall are good, but that's just, it's what fits better, okay? And I don't need these. That's for two reasons, Lotador. First, I'm offline. So, I kind of couldn't go Merchant's Guild. Second of all, even if I could, there's basically no point in being Merchant's Guild right now. It just kills your progress. Alright. And what was I gonna do? Probably stash that stuff. Wait, where's the stash in here? Oh, over here. Yeah. Yeah, I think Merchant's Guild needs very, very significant buffs to be viable. We'll see how it unfolds. Keep saying it, because we will see, but it would be nice, actually, thinking more about filtering. If right here it just said search. So how does crit chance work? Two ways. One, you can get this, where your crit chance and crit multi just apply. Also, I don't know exactly what counts as a damage modifier, but crit chance might apply here as well. Now, I really need some extra ballista levels to fill out perfect aim, but you get crit chance because you're applying it to your minions. It does work with minion crit, though. All right. Spirits of Fire is better now. Where else am I missing a good blessing? I mean, Bones of Eternity is okay. But we could go smack here out a bit. Yes, reading passives is very important. And especially reading the second part where it's like X point bonus. I've gotten myself into trouble before with that. The only one that I read and couldn't understand was on Dive Bomb, where it says that it gives a portion of weapon damage in the rules text, but then in the explanation it says while dual wielding, and I can't tell if it only applies while dual wielding or not. I think it might. Lona's told me that's how it works.
Not happening.
But also I took it off and I don't notice a difference in my damage. So I'm just gonna not use it until people are like, hey, you're dumb.
Not happening.
Or, you know, hopefully more polite than that, but it's the internet. You can't really expect people to be polite. Throwing damage. Oh, that's a javelin thing. Don't care about that. Okay. Actually, I did ask someone, and yeah, I just got confirmation that it does only apply. So, good thing I dropped it. That's a melee weapon thing. Or dual-wielding melee weapon thing. To be fair, I could go dual apogee, and then this would be awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go here, remove point here. For these, is this what I want? I mean, the kill threshold, I don't know if it's actually worth it. Because I'd get so much more... Wait, no. because the Falcon's Wake duration scales, but I should be rapidly consuming marks anyway. So really, there isn't... Yeah, there isn't really a better setup here. At least not for what I'm doing. Because the main point of this tree is to just Giga Buff Dive Bomb. I really only use Falcon Strikes for the culling effect. But yeah, oh, I should have done this before starting the map, I think. Yeah, I have Grace Period. So this was what was confusing me on Dive Bomb. So Talon Knives, stats from weapon effectiveness, 30% per point. But then it says, if you're dual wielding, a portion of the damage specific stats from both your weapons apply to Falcon's Dive Bomb. This could be read one of two ways. Either A, stats from any weapon equipped, 30% per point. B, you must be dual wielding to activate Talon Knives. If you are dual wielding and you activate Talon Knives, then this applies. But then also, it doesn't explain if it's 30% per point per weapon or, you know, combined. Either way, I do infinite damage right now, so it's fine. That reminds me, I should amend my theory craft. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see, Dive Bomb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And under Explosive Trap. Like that. Wait, what's the point difference between my plan and 2 out of 3, 2 out of 2. Oh, found it. Here we go. Shift, I think, is pretty good. Oh, yeah. The only thing is I took Emergency Flask, but haven't really felt the need to use it. That's fine. Under Ballista, what did I modify? All right, I took out Tripwire. Yep, okay. So... there we go. The profile is now updated. Cool. Trying to keep that up to date. We'll see how it goes. One of the problems is it's kind of hard to tell how some of this stuff works. The wording is very confusing. Yeah, there's definitely more of a barrier to entry for any game that's not free to play. I 100% get that. Also, though, for what EHG is trying to do, I do think that if they went free to play, that would be very bad for them. It's the Dive Bomb Falconer on Max Roll. It's also in Discord. Here. I'm not going to make it a command or anything. Mostly because that's a Still half theory craft. Warning, you know, use with caution. Not everything may be working correctly. And I've very much learned that you have to be really careful what you give people. Especially when it comes to not everything's working correctly.
Not happening.
Because I swear, sometimes... Oh, ow. You can put every warning on something in the world,
Not happening.
and people will still just ignore them all, then try to blame you. And it's like, no, I warned you. I was very clear about all this. Oh, look, 3 LP. Can I do anything with that? I think I can. And so, yeah. I put it in Discord because I found people who ask in Discord are pretty chill. I don't think I can do anything with this. Never mind. I thought it had slightly more stats on it. You know, I don't really need that pen. At least not right now. But yeah, that's also why I don't, like, put planners below videos. Because A, if I make 5 videos and put a planner below all 5, then I have to update it 5 times whenever I change anything, which is multiple times a day, which is really bad. And B, even if a planner auto-updates, I can't add context. I can't, in the description of every video, go, well, this is why I did this, or this is why I changed that. And I've learned that for a lot of people, if you just leave a planner, they don't actually watch your video. They just grab the planner and then immediately complain about the first thing they see. Furthermore, they don't watch the video, which tells YouTube that it is a bad video and to not recommend it to other people because people are clicking onto it and then clicking off of it. Which A, limits a lot of things, and B, if you're a full-time creator, is like one of the worst things that can happen to a big project. Because you'll spend hours making something and then it just gets buried for no reason or no good reason in the YouTube algorithm. Which effectively means you just work for 20 hours without pay,
Not happening.
which is really, really bad. You're wondering, why do a lot of content creators like go full time, then quit or burn out? It's stuff like that.
Not happening.
There we go. I don't know if they're going to be Falconer nerfs. Could just be Falconer's the new bar. Let's see if we can make this into something. YOLO. Ooh. Now that's sweet. That's very sweet. I'm going to save that for later, because at some point I'm definitely going to be playing Shadow Dagger Falconer.
Not happening.
But also, going back to the topic of putting all my planners in Discord, one really nice thing I've seen as a result of that is way more people, when they join and they have a question about a planner, they ask in the Discord, which means there's a much higher chance that they get help and get the answer to their question. Because YouTube comments are not really the place for that kind of thing. I'm going to be real with you, C2. I have done very little arena. Like, very little.
Not happening.
Yeah, I'm going to try Bleed Falconer at some point too, probably. But I think I'm going to play a bunch of Falconer builds, then reroll to Warlock. Play a bunch of Warlock builds. For now, though, one build at a time. I mean, 150 bleed stack sounds pretty good. At that point, you probably just need to scale a little bit. Lightless Arbor is the gold dungeon.
Not happening.
Also, I was gonna go fight a Fire Lich Cremoris, wasn't I, in the Soulfire Bastion? At some point, I also want to do Temporal Sanctum, but before I get to Temporal Sanctum, I'm pretty sure I need to get another LP item to drop. Pretty sure Bleed Lock can do 1,000, so I wouldn't be surprised if you get 500 to 1,000, yeah.
Not happening.
That poor boss. No idea, X-Fries. How long is the campaign blind versus someone who knows what... Oh, who's the someone loaded or? Are we talking about me knowing where to go, or are we talking about Tarek knowing where to go? Because if you're talking about doing the campaign blind, for me, it was like 12-ish hours. Versus me knowing where to go was like 5-ish hours. But I'm pretty sure Tarek's done it in like 2. So maybe it was 3. I don't know. Super fast. Point is, depends on who you are. And I have no idea if the server is okay or not. Okay. C2 Gaming from YouTube also said 12 hours. Good, good. Same time as me. I feel slightly better about my time.
Not happening.
How's it going, Sasha? And yes, Tarek is the best speedrunner in Last Epoch. It is very much a speedrun category at that point. That's why I say it depends on who.
Not happening.
You can't touch me.
Not happening.
Also depends a little bit on your build. Like, some builds will just take a little longer in the campaign. And other builds are very, very mobile. Because I don't have to log in to play Joshua. Remember, online is optional in this game. Yep, I am triggering Ballista by Explosive Trap, and then the Ballista explodes. You can gear yourself up well for leveling, yes. Man, never mind, I'm keeping this. Yep, I'm keeping Talon's Valor. It's really good. You know, I kind of want both of these, so... yoink. Also... Shatterbat for shards.
Yes.
Yeah, I did not want to deal with server issues. I feel very happy in my decision, to be honest. Oh, nice. I did not get this one by ascending. I got it from, I'm pretty sure, Prophecy Drop. Though I should pick up some bows. and use my Runes of Ascension to try to get another one, because I want one with LP. I have perfect bases to smash into it. Well, not perfect, but good enough bases, I should say. Perfectly bad enough or good enough bases.
Not happening.
I have made a few modifications since my initial theory craft. Not enough to make a new full video yet. That'll probably be, I don't know, tomorrow, Saturday. But enough that it's feeling way better. I fixed a lot of mana issues. I fixed some scaling issues that weren't working because the explanations of some of the scaling is rather confusing. And yeah, I'm blasting. I did update the profile over on Maxwell already. Ooh, speaking of things to smash into things. I'm pretty sure I have an LP Arrow Guard. How min-maxed am I? Not min-maxed. This is like day 1 gear / day 2 gear. Wait, do I need at least 2 LP? Not really. Okay, let's give me something good here. Damn it, that's not something good. All right, we're just gonna save this for later because I'm thinking of doing bleed. I'm thinking of smashing this into a Sanguine Horde. Wait, I can just do this now. Since I hit the dot. There we go. Okay. Oh, waypoint locked? Really? Man. Alright, alright. Joy of missing out. Oh no. Oh, great. Well, now I have to play the fun guessing game of how to answer questions on YouTube videos that make no sense. All right, here's a fun one for you, chat. Someone just asked on how to transition, or sorry, how to progress into Empowered Monoliths of how to transition zones. I don't know what that means. I have genuinely no idea. Like, I wish people, when they ask questions, would just specify a little bit. What does transition a zone mean? Like, you just walk between them. Also, that has nothing to do with monoliths. I mean, I guess it kind of does. You still just walk between them. Yeah. I'm assuming they're asking something else, but I don't know what it is.
Not happening.
Well, no, because I talked about the bridges. So if they're asking that, then they didn't watch the video. So it has to be something else. It's going surreal. Yeah, like, oh no, I've gotten lost. But yeah, I always get confused by stuff like that because I can never tell if someone just didn't watch the video and they're asking a question I answer within it, or if they mean something else entirely. I should probably just stop answering YouTube comments. I'm gonna be honest. I should probably just stop answering comments. Oh, how did I end up here instead of into Feldwood? Okay. But hey, aside of that, it's going pretty well.
Not happening.
Oh, that's not fire trap exploding in a large radius. That's ballista exploding in a large radius. And you stack dexterity.
Not happening.
Yeah, see, I'm an offline enjoyer. Oh, it was right. God damn it. I went all the way around, literally. Yeah. Also, general rule, if you ever ask a question on a video, be as specific as possible, please. Otherwise, I will be scratching my head going, I don't know what this means.
Not happening. Not happening.
But yeah, I've just been playing in offline because I've been around for game launches. In fact, I was around for the Wilson launch. And you know what? After a day of absolute misery, I played that game offline too. The difference is this time I didn't want to go through the day of absolute misery. But then I'm angry. I'm like, there's no reason to be angry.
Not happening.
And so, yeah. Yeah, just as a note, C2, it is specifically for getting from normal to empowered rather than general monolith tips. I do have another video that's almost perfect still, but a little older that goes over general monolith stuff. This was just, okay, I'm in normal monos. How do I get to empowered monos? And it goes over, you know, entering an echo, different completion objectives, all that fun stuff. Oh, right, I can't do the level 2s yet. All right, enter dungeon. Yeah, I wanted to make it because I knew it was a question a lot of people would be asking. So, this dungeon, very cool. I have a dungeon ability where I could be immune to fire damage right now, but instead I'm immune to necrotic damage. Yep. Yeah, it was a good amount of info on monos that I've done.
Not happening.
At some point I might redo the mono video. It's just a matter of having time. Well, good luck, Marcus. That's another thing that I get asked quite a bit, you know, why didn't you do X or Y video? And genuinely, the answer 99% of the time is, I would love to. I just don't have time. That I had to pick between topic A and topic B, and I had either I personally find topic B to be more interesting, I had more to say on it, or I just know it's going to be something that more people will watch. Because at the end of the day, if I make videos that people don't watch, I will not be making videos for very long. No, Explosive Ballista is not as good as I thought it would be. Mad Mile High Gamer, it's way better. It's so stupid. But hey, if I could press a magic make perfect video button, I don't know. I have so many ideas what I'd love to make into videos. Like, I kind of want to go over an advanced defenses guide. Well, that's going to take me a while. I don't think that many people are going to watch it. So that's a project for much later. I'd love to do it, though. What else? Boss guides. I don't think many people would actually watch them. But again, I'd like to make guides for, like, Cremoris and Jeweler and all that. All sorts of stuff like that. And sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised where I think, oh, not many people are going to watch this. But then a bunch of people do. That's super cool because that means, oh, hey, I get to make more content. That happened with the meta reports for Path of Exile, where I thought it was just going to be this niche thing where I look at builds on QE Ninja and talk about cool stuff, and everyone loved it. That means I get to make more of those. Yeah, that's why I'm playing offline. Like, I've just been through too many game launches. But hey, this way you've got content. Also, by the time I'm ready to play a different class or a different mastery, because I might just play another rogue, to be honest with you, the servers will be fixed. Because I have, like, 3-4 Falconer builds that I can play. Poor Cremoris. Oh, look, Prophecy. So I got a Shadow String, a Dragon Song, a Hellreach, and a Gathering Fury. This thing? This is the Soulfire Bastion mechanic, the Soulfire Shield. Basically, right now I'm immune to all necrotic damage, and if I do this, I'm immune to all fire damage.
Not happening.
Also, look at all these beautiful LP items that drop from a boss.
Hey,
So silly.
fantastic work.
Don't need that. I don't need this. I don't need this.
When I give him my report.
Kind of want to hold on to this just in case.
How about those soul embers? Care to let me see your hole, friend?
Give me a bow. Okay, give me a good bow.
Embers well spent.
I said good bow game. Could use a quiver too.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah, I suspect a lot of people haven't,
You.
and that's why I want to make a boss guide.
Well spent.
Oh no, it's the 69 problem. I had 69 left, which is just too little.
Well spent.
Crit Avoid. Okay. And health, CDR, strength. If I can get that to move speed, those are going to be good fodder. Move speed or dex. Or even Vit. Okay, not minion dodge rating. Yes. Okay. How high can I get this? 4, 5. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect, but good. I did not have to get minus mana because what I'm doing is using Dive Bomb to recover mana. But until I did Dive Bomb to recover mana, it was rough. I don't think I even have minus mana. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I do have. I have -3. But ultimately, the Dive Bomb recovering was much, much more impactful than I thought it would be. Throwing mana does not work on the bow skill part. Okay, so there's two things going on here. There's the throwing skill, which is Ballista. Then there's the bow skill, which is Explosive Trap. If I take this off, Explosive Trap mana cost doesn't change because it's a bow skill. Wait, why didn't Ballista... Oh. Wait. Never mind. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I forgot that this isn't actually a throwing skill, even though... Yeah, minions are weird. Okay, don't mind me. Sorry. Never mind. You just drop it once you go bow version. At low levels, though, I didn't go bow version. I was full just, like, throwing traps myself. So at low levels, I would still get the minus mana cost. Should you follow my level 1 to 70 or Maxwell's, because they're quite different? Okay, here's the question. Do you want a step-by-step guide that walks you through things, or do you like to fly by the seat of your pants and live dangerously? Because if you're following mine, you're living dangerously. And see you later, C2. Thanks for dropping by and chatting. It was fun. I definitely like chatting about a lot of the more esoteric stuff in games. All right, I'm going to do these before pushing monos. So yeah, if you like living dangerously, fine, 100%. Because that's what I did. Also, I've revised it a bit, so the Maxwell Planner should be slightly updated with tweaks. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Maxwell guide uses Apogee, not Blast Rain. I believe what the Maxwell guide does is actually reduce the cost of the traps to 0 because it's using weapons. Or melee weapons, sorry. And throwing the traps manually. The thing is, I'm not really following the Maxwell guide. I've basically smashed 2 different Maxwell guides together. Yeah, I smashed together the Explosive Ballista guide and the Dive Bomb Falconer guide. Sort of. And then I just added some of my own stuff because I don't know if either one of them uses this specific shift spec. But this is just how I like to spec shift personally. So this is how I spec shift. Now, that's why I say, if you are the sort of player who really needs a guide, follow what Maxwell's doing. And if you're okay with YOLOing it and flying by the seat of your pants and making mistakes and choosing affixes that do nothing for your build and then fixing it later, which is literally what I've been doing.
Not happening.
Well, hey, welcome aboard. Buckle in. We're going to have a wild ride. I mean, so far it's going pretty good. That means I can take throwing mana cost off entirely because I don't need it. That's really good to know, actually. I totally forgot that for Ballista, it doesn't have the throwing tag. So I could have sworn I saw Ballista throwing damage as a relic. Or idol. I think there's an idol, not a relic. Yeah. At low levels, Falcon Strikes is insane. Now I'm just using it for culling literally because of the mana cost. Yeah. I mean, hopefully you don't die.
Not happening.
I'm really proud of the fact that I only had like 1 death getting to Empowered Monos. I've had a few since, but that's probably just because I haven't capped my res. So when you are throwing traps, initially it scales off the throwing stuff. Once you get Blast Rain, it goes off of your bow attack speed instead of throwing attack speed. Which, I do need to really replace this ring. This ring is not very good, but also it has health on it and it's a minion ring. So like, YOLO. I should see if I have a better ring in here. I probably do. And first up, loot filter. Before I forget, because I will very much forget. Do I have anything for throwing right now? No, I don't. Okay, cool. Do I have anything for throwing in shards? Let's find out. Throwing, yeah. Okay, that's gone. And this, no. Confirm, update. And what else? Ring. This is what I like about Last Epoch. You can just do this and just search. It highlights in every tab. So freeze rate wouldn't be terrible. Elemental damage over time, fire damage. That's kind of terrible. Mana regen enduring health, or endurance health. That's actually quite good. Gonna grab both of these. Oh, you know, that fixes my res too. Can we YOLO away the stun avoid? It's T3, so let's dex it up first. Damn it. No, you're not supposed to upgrade that. Okay, cold res. I'll take that. There, ring upgrade. Oh, wait, wrong section. Do I try to craft this one too, actually? Yeah, I do. Why not? T5 mana regen's really nice. The endurance is actually pretty good. So we just have to YOLO this into something else. Not that. Freeze rate multi. You know, this is a really solid ring. I might just use this instead. Yeah, I'm going to use it instead. It's a nice ring. There we go. Who needs res cap? It is kind of crazy that Falconer is tanky enough that I don't really feel pressured to cap my resistances. That's a little bit concerning to me. But like, if I start dying, I will very much fix that.
Not happening.
There we go. The funny thing is, because I'm getting more freeze rate multiplier, I'm more likely to freeze enemies and not get hit at all. So, like, in theory, I don't need any resistances because nothing can damage me. In practice, I should very much have resistances. Yeah, the damage is nuts. Actually, does freeze rate multiplier apply to my minions? Probably not. So never mind on all that. But hey, it's still cold res. And it's also still mana. That's the other thing. The mana feels really good now. Ooh, but the other one might have decent mana too. No, the other one's freeze rate multi-dex. So the mana ring is definitely better here.
Not happening.
There's so many rules for minions scale off of that I've been having a little trouble following what does and doesn't count. But I don't think this counts as a damage stat, so I don't think it gets transferred over to Ballista.
Not happening. Not
Like, look at how juicy this mana is now. It's so good. If impact triggers the one that detonates it as soon as it lands, yes.
Not happening.
Yeah, I think I fixed all my mana issues. Nice. I put on the new ring that has mana regen implicit, mana regen prefix, and also the nodes in Dive Bomb that give me, I think it's 12 flat mana back whenever it hits something that's a boss or a rare. Basically, I got mana regen.
Not happening. Not happening.
Yep. I hit some mana issues too. It was actually kind of funny. Someone on my initial Theorycraft video was like, what are you going to do about mana problems? It's like, I wish I knew. I'm going to YOLO it. And figure it out as I go. Which I did. And I figured it out. And now it's good.
Not happening.
There's definitely a problem yesterday, though. Especially after stream. Because I tried automated bombardment. Yeah, don't do that. That just eats your mana so fast. Then again, now, if the mana feels so good, I'm like, wait, but I could go back to automated bombardment. Nope, you will not see me make a hardcore character.
Not happening.
There we go. Ooh, experience. Your bird can throw flasks, yes. So, Falcon Bird Bomber is definitely a build. I think Ziggy D might have been playing it. I have no idea if it's good or not. Haven't looked into it at all.
Not happening.
I believe Dreadful has been trying it for Merchant's Guild trading. I'm not so sure it's been good. Was talking to him a bit on stream the other night, and he a couple times after hearing about some of my prophecy pops was like, maybe I should just go COF. And then he tried to buy an upgrade, which was a Bleeding Heart, and he got it and he was happy. Then he tried to buy something else, which was a rare item, and he couldn't buy it until rank 7. Which, keep in mind, rank 7's probably like level 100. So, you know, you win some and you lose some. You mostly lose some, but occasionally you win some. Ooh, minion damage, CDR. Mana regen. Ooh, I like both of those. And Fizz Res. My filter's doing exactly what it's supposed to do and showing me all the things that I actually want to click. Do I go this way? I think I go here. Hello, Krendor. How's it going? Whoop. Let's not face tank that.
Happening.
Yep, that sounds about right. Chaos Bolts go burr.
Not happening.
I mean, if the leveling expert says I can't find any downsides for this build, you know it's a banger. I have to say though, Falcon Bomber, also really fun. Been having a great time with it. Oh, I'm sure it scales well, because Lizard made a guide for it. And I don't think Lizard's the sort of person who plays weak builds that don't scale. So, cooldown recovery speed on gloves instead of mana regen. If I can get this to, like, dex, I think these are really good. Cast speed, no. Attunement, no, no, no. Come on. Damn it. Don't crit. Why did it have to crit? Can I save this? What are my suffixes? Cold res, hybrid health. No, I cannot save this. This just goes in for later. Attribute CDR. YOLO? Okay, that's a later thing. Minion damage, health regen, stun avoidance. YOLO? Endurance? Okay. Okay. Stun avoidance. Block chance and effectiveness instead of health. I think I'd rather a res, to be honest. Wait. Does necrotic work? I mean, it does, but it's the least valuable, so let's try one more time. Alright. Alright. There we go. Critical success. Let's go again. Go again. We did it. Yay, the gambling paid off. Alright, new ring upgrade. I get a little less healthier, but I get a little more res. Gonna just toss this in here for now. This in here, that in there. Nice, nice.
Not happening.
Okay.
Not happening.
Oh, that was fast. If I time this right, the explosions go off as the enemies spawn and they just die. Oh, that's awesome. Oh no, I messed up. Okay. Fixed it.
Not happening.
Oh man, it feels so good now. I wonder if I go red ring. I don't think I go red ring. I don't know. It's 160, not 120. What do you think, chat? Is this a build that's a candidate for red ring later? Will I get to 160 attributes? I guess I can get +1 all from Majasa. See, so this is 80, and I'm probably gonna go up to like 120 max. So 120, 1, 2, 3, 10. Nah, that's so far off of 160. Okay, I'm gonna deal with him first. We are slowly ramping our resistances, which is good because I really shouldn't be running around with no res. It's a bad example to set.
Not happening.
But also I don't know. Oh, the build is kind of good. Ow, no. Very bad. Okay. Need to destroy the spire. Okay. Maybe I should stop face tanking those.
Not happening.
That does not make the build look better. Don't think. Go over here. Eterra's Path. I didn't want an Eterra's Path. I wanted another Morning Frost. Okay, and out we go. Let me out of here. It's cursed. I don't think either of those are good. You can find the dive bomb tree in my actual profile in my Discord. Goodbye, Mr. Mage. Ooh, an arrow guard. I kind of want to use arrow guard. I know it got nerfed, but like, if I get bow attack speed arrow guard, I'm real tempted. Wait, do I want bow attack speed or do I want fizz res? Interesting question.
Not happening. Not happening.
There we go.
Not happening.
Yeah, aerial assault proccing Umbral Blades into Shadow Daggers looked very, very strong as well. Playstyle-wise, this is pretty similar.
Not happening.
Hey, Bruno. I'm probably not going to play the Torchlight preseason at launch because they put it right on top of the LE launch, which is really unfortunate. I mean, if I get bored, then yeah, but more likely I'm going to be playing the Torchlight preseason a little later. I definitely would have been playing if they didn't conflict, but they do. And so, yeah, here we are. Dive bomb health. I'm gonna grab that actually. The exalted mod's bad, but if I get a 1 LP ribbons, I may very well just throw it at it. Also, I need the shard so I can, you know, shatter it. I also think I should go through and remove crit multi and percent light from my sharding filter, because I've kind of hit the limit there on those. I have plenty now. Slay enemies to lure out an ambush. Okay. Murder spree it is. Not my fault. The game made me do it. Oh, there's the ambush. Hi, guys. Hello. Got murderfied. There we go. Health on kill fizz res. And then I'll grab the Osprey. Because why not? Okay, shards. Let's see. What do I not care about seeing anymore? I care about both of those. Fizz pen, cold pen. I don't actually care about cold pen. Okay. Wait. So it's that. General, crit multi, do not care. Health, only hybrid health. Potion, ward and cleansing. Movement speed, cooldown. I don't actually care about cooldown anymore. Minion and bow damage, yes. And the rogue ones, yes. So update to more or equal to tier 3. No, let's go 2, actually. Oh, basically, because I generate Shadow with my shift, it just gets me a free dive bomb, I think. But also, it didn't work there. I think it requires enemies. I assumed it got me a free dive bomb, and if that's not how it works, I have no idea how it works. That's one of those, there's so much going on the screen, but I just assumed the entire time it was turning my shadows into Shadow Falcons. Perfect. Got the bow attack speed off that. And you know what? We're gonna just shatter this.
Yes.
So there's several ways to generate shadows. Smoke bomb is one of them. I think it does say, wait. So dive bomb now creates a Shadow Falcon to strike the location of your own shadows. Okay, so let's say I do this, and then I do this. I think there's a Shadow Falcon somewhere in there. Unless that isn't in fact how it works. In which case, I don't know what it does.
Not happening.
But I thought that what it did is it created a Shadow Falcon whenever I use Dive Bomb. And so I just get a damage multiplier on Dive Bomb. I also assumed that I had to have some source of shadows for it to work. What I'll probably do before making an actual build video on this is talk to Bina and Boardman and figure out what all of these things that I've just been making assumptions on actually do. Because I'm sure they've tested it and they know. But the thing with me is, half the time when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm just going by what feels good. And this felt good, so I used it. And it's only when I sit down to actually record the video that I work out, okay, do all of these things 100% work the way that I think they do? And if not, how do I fix that? Oh, what's this?
Not happening.
So eventually, we'll get there. And in the final video, the info will be as correct as I can make it. But the thing about League Start or Cycle Start stuff, the more I test, the less I want to play the game. So I intentionally don't test stuff. Until it goes live. Then I test a lot of stuff.
Not happening.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's just because they're all stacked together in Raged Monkey, or if it's because Shadow Falcon isn't working. Because there's always the possibility that it's just bugged too. We'll see. We will very much see over time. Oh, area shards. Gimme. I played this from level 1. Well, from when I became a Falconer. So, depends on how much effort you're willing to put in. If you are not willing to put in effort to adjusting your gear and adjusting trees on the fly, switch to this at 70. If you are willing to put in the effort, switch to this as soon as you become a Falconer. Though, as a note, you won't be able to use the exploding ballista part for a while. You'll just be a Falcon Strikes build that then becomes a Falcon Strikes plus exploding ballista that then becomes Falcon Strikes exploding ballista dive bomb.
Not happening.
And in terms of results like mine, it's less about your level and more about your gear. Like, do you have Morning Frost? Do you have decent dex? Do you have Talons of Valor? Because Shift is way better defensively.
Not happening.
You're right, Ray. It was almost as much of a waste of time as reading your comment. Almost. Think your comment wins out.
Not happening.
Those poor mages. They really don't deserve that. Yeah. When it comes to aerial assault, I did consider it. Very quickly. I was like, oh man, it gives so much damage. And if you look back at my very first theory craft, I'm pretty sure I was using aerial. And then I very quickly realized that actually I don't need more damage. This build does so much damage. And that if I'm not going to be specializing smoke bomb, I should probably not be greedy. And I should probably just use something nice and defensive, like Shift. Worked really well. I like it.
Not happening.
We'll see from a final iteration. You know, I kind of want... No, I was about to say I kind of wonder if there's a point where dodge doesn't matter because enemies get so high level. But then I realized you still get the invulnerability while shifting. So now shift is always going to be better defensively. Because I'm pretty sure there's nothing in aerial assault that lets you go damage immune. Decoy versus smoke bomb. I like decoy since it taunts things and it's really good unspecialized. I do think there's a fair argument to be made for smoke bomb as well. Let's see. Yeah, there's no invulnerable here, which is really unfortunate. Though it would be really funny if you did tactician. Yeah, smoke bomb will blind enemies, and I think you can get blind on other sources instead. Then you won't really have to worry too much about the mana cost of smoke bomb, which is one advantage. But I have enough regen now that I do very much like being able to just drop decoy and have it taunt everything. I probably underused decoy since at low levels I didn't need it at all and was very mana starved. I should very much use it more, especially when I'm walking into enemies like I just did. Because it's really good. Mana efficiency, aw. Yeah, no worries on the questions. Yeah, I do too. I've just been a little hesitant to recommend this variant because it is very YOLO. But you know what? It's flashy, it's strong, and once I figure everything out, it'll be really good.
Not happening.
Like right now, I'm recommending the theory crafted planner over my current gear. So my current gear doesn't have res. And while that has not been an issue for me so far, it is a bad example to set.
Not happening.
I do not encourage this behavior. Do as I say, not as I do, chat. Mostly because there are certain enemies that you 100% have to know how they work so that you can stun them out of attacks with dive bomb, or you're just gonna die. But also you can stun them out of attacks. So like, YOLO.
Not happening.
We'll get there.
Not happening.
Once I get functional blessings here, I think I'm going to go push Fall of the Outcasts and get a proper bow. Which should also mean I level faster.
Not happening.
Congratulations, Marcus. I'm sorry for your suffering.
Not happening.
Alright, let's try to... Alright, don't need that anymore. Give me the bow attack speed. Perfect. And for this... Requires level 7. I don't think I want to go to Temporal Sanctum yet. One more here. One more here. Yeah, because it's 800. Hopefully I get a good blessing on the first try. Because it's more efficient to farm blessings with corruption. But also sometimes I just want to grab some very functional stuff. Speaking of enemies, you need to know how to deal with Diamond Matrons. They will ruin your day if you don't know how to deal with them. I wouldn't be surprised if I die here. This is a very spooky mono.
Not happening.
Okay. Another Apogee, but without LP. That makes me think the LPL for Apogee is kind of high. Ooh. There we go. Cool. Got it. Bow attack speed 45. Was that T7? God damn, that's good. Let's YOLO reroll this. Cold damage. Not good, but potentially usable. And this is Fizz Res, which I also think is... Man, I'm getting so many T7s. Also, that's T5. That goes away for now. That goes away until I can actually find a use for freeze rate multi, which I'm sure I will do at some point. How much is my Fizz Res? Okay, my Fizz Res is not nearly high enough that I can drop Fizz Res here. Because everything else, I don't really care about. Let's go boss fight.
Not happening. Not happening.
Oh no, I definitely missed my bird bomb there. Well, despite missing quite a bit, the ballista was doing work. Also, it feels so nice to have fixed my mana. Yeah, definitely run a mana ring. No, Now I just need to get him a little lower. Oh, he's very boss DR'd right now. You know what? Get cold. Falcon strike.
I was supposed to be unstoppable.
See, belt drop rate, quiver drop rate, amulet drop rate, boot drop rate, confirmed. So now I have Bo's unique boots. We got a 2 LP Talons. Oh, that's neat. Okay. I know what we're doing next. We're gonna go do the Temporal Sanctum. Make a legendary item. Hopefully. I have to see which bases I have. Because I want either bow attack speed. But not with this. Let's see. There's minion fizz pen. There's bow fizz damage. Minion melee, minion bow. That's okay. Wait, where did I could have sworn I had another one. See, bow damage. Here we go. That one. That one's the one I want. Okay. Oh. So, Fizz Pen, Minion Fizz Pen. Oh, nice. A crit. Minion bow damage. We just have to go through and gamble. So many crits so far. Perfect. Well, I guess not quite perfect. Because I think we could have... Nah, rerolling it would have just lowered the odds. Alright, so we've got a sick base here. We're going to make the best Talons of Valor that has ever existed. Which, we're early enough that actually we could. Except for the fact that it's not that well rolled. It's only +2 to falconry. Although it is +3 to dive bomb, so that's pretty cool. And it's only 3% base crit. So actually, this kind of needs a lot of work. But you know what? We're going to work with what we got. If I transfer 2 mods, it is guaranteed to be better than what I have. Well, pretty sure it's guaranteed to. Armor, fire res. Wait a minute. Do I need fire res more or fizz res more? I need them both equally. Okay. We will hold off on that. Wait, will we? You know what? I think the res is more effective with the armor right now than the health.
Intruders?
Yes.
Waste of time.
Let's see. Nope.
Not happening.
I forget if I have any prophecies. Wait, was that a prophecy? I think that was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. YOLO reroll these? Because I might actually... Oh. Chance to shock isn't great. But I kind of want to upgrade a little bit first. Crit multi. Crit multi. Come on. I need these to go to T5. 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 Okay. And YOLO reroll. To chance to poison. That is not ideal. But that is still a very, very good bow. That is a very good bow that I could transfer mods over with. This one doesn't work. Let's see. Damage over time, crit multi, no thanks. No thanks. No thanks. I don't think fizz damage is the play here because I'm mixing fizz and cold.
Not happening.
Oh, look. Prophecy again. Look, an exiled mage. I guess the exiled mage gets to live right now. He's behind a locked door.
Not happening.
Oh, buddy. I have bad news for you. You might not be behind a locked door anymore. Yeah, never mind. He gets to live. I don't think Reign of Winter is the play here.
Be able to command time here. Unless...
I'm pretty sure it's better to use Talons of Valor. Because I don't think the pen transfers to my minions. I could be wrong. Also,
Not happening.
I think it's Fizz and Elemental Pen from Sky Signal, so my Falcon should just be, like, completely ignoring resistances anyway. Which makes me think it's better to go with things that aren't super pen heavy. And getting all the skill levels from Talons of Valor is really sweet. Yes, I am using the instant cast node. I don't think any of those are good. Wait, I can't tell anymore. Are these from prophecies or am I just dropping these because COF? So I'm getting a lot of them that are COF tagged.
You carry the Epoch then? A fool like you has no use for it.
Let's see. This is kind of what I want. All right. Do we YOLO it? I think we YOLO it. Bow damage. I believe that works. Minion. Melee and bow damage. Yes. Tier 2. YOLO this into something else, please. Increase stun chance. You can expect a full build guide. I don't want to promise soon. Because it depends on how many rabbit holes I go down with the min-maxing. So, you can expect a full build guide when it's ready. But I don't want to promise soon. I went in here to get a bow. And, well, to make a legendary bow. I have so many bases now. Like, god damn it. Cool. How busty art is Jura right now? Yes. Okay, I don't think I had... Alright. It's okay, but not great. I'll probably pick it up, but I'm not going to be happy about it. Now for the hard part. Which one of these bows do I actually turn into the legendary? Because I suddenly have way too many. Okay, so this one I did want to keep. Well, the T7 beats the T6 attack speed. So definitely not that one. This one's very mediocre in comparison. And this one's very mediocre in comparison. So these can just go into the general junk tabs. And the Acid Fletch can... Wait, no. The Acid Fletch goes on the floor. Stinky. I might just run Temporal Sanctum again. No, wait. I don't have another bow to use. Do I? I don't think so. I do not. All right, so it's either this, where Pen is the bad roll, or this, where I lose some crit multi, and stun chance is a bad roll. It honestly kind of doesn't matter that much. So you know what? I'm going to do this. And we go for big money. The big money is the 10% crit. Because I'm pretty sure that is insane. All right, cash is sealed. Choice has been made. We just can't lose. We just can't lose. One second. I just have to share this quickly. Gotta flex on your friends a little bit. Gotta flex on your friends. Okay, I have a bow upgrade. Now I have to see how broken my points went. Let's see. So, this, and I lose 5% more damage. Then this, because I want to reduce the mana cost of this, because I want to reduce the cooldown. This to lower the delay and increase the damage. It does, but the window snipping tool is weird for me. So instead, I use this little like snip tool add-on. Because I've had one too many times where the Windows snip tool does not properly work. And then I have to redo stuff. I blame Windows 11, to be fair. Goodbye, old bow. That's so good. 10% base crit. And I have another one to go again. For later. That's interesting. The items on the floor are different. All right, maybe I don't need to push Follow the Outcasts now. Because, yeah. Maybe instead I want to grab a couple of blessings here, fill out my drop stuff. Because I kind of got a big bow up. I should probably push Follow the Outcasts anyway at some point, but nah, for now we're just going to level. Okay, 1 second, let me get everything situated here because I accidentally closed something that I shouldn't have. Okay, we're good. Following the dive bomb guide from Maxwell, kind of, sort of, but also kind of not. Because the dive bomb guide on Maxwell doesn't use explosive ballista. And the explosive ballista guide doesn't use dive bomb. So I more or less just took a couple of things from either one and YOLO'd it. If you're the sort of person who can YOLO it, I have a Maxwell planner in my Discord that you can follow along with. If you are the sort of person who cannot YOLO it, then I would recommend waiting until I actually test to see if some of the nodes I take do anything. Oh, the market exists. Well, that's good.
Not happening.
Is it actually fun to interact with, though? Or are you still limited by rank?
Not happening.
Yeah, so really funny story, Dread. I was going along, and I got a 2 LP Wings of Valor drop from, I think, a Prophecy, or Talons of Valor.
Not happening.
I was like, all right, well, that's neat. That seems fun. I'm going to go to the Temporal Sanctum. And then, in the Temporal Sanctum, I drop a T7 crit bow attack speed bow. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to use this instead of a bow I was going to use. And yeah, I hit the bow damage and the crit hybrid. I think the minion base damage would have technically been better, but I don't know that you can really complain about what I just got. You probably very much can't.
Not happening. Not happening.
But hey, I'm level 90, chugging along. Getting crits way more often now. I also fixed my mana so the attack speed's relevant. We're doing good. The build's going places. Fulgurite Shard. Gonna grab that. Mostly because I can't remember if Fulgurite Shard is usable on a Falconer or not. But it has LP on it. I definitely plan to do some other Falconer stuff.
Not happening.
This is so silly. This build's actually unethical.
Not happening.
Also, I think I'm gonna redo the thumbnail for the video, or for the stream, when it's a VOD, to include that. That feels like something I should do. Yep, there we go.
Not happening.
Originally, I was taking extra max traps. I stopped taking it, and I haven't really noticed a difference in my damage. That's one of those things that requires further testing. But right now, I don't think it matters. But I'm not sure. Uh-oh.
Not happening.
go.
Not happening.
Could we not? Things hitting me? How dare they? Out of here. I wonder if there's any... Are there any good chess pieces? Instead of ribbons of blood, what would I take? I mean, you can get a pretty juicy crit avoid roll. So I could actually see myself going with like a Titan Heart or something else, yeah.
Not happening.
That wasn't a mace, maybe. Technically, I could segment off the weapon mods in another rule to do that, but I'm too lazy. I already made a filter. I've done more than I expected to with that. Ooh. That's neat. I cannot numlock anything. Also, that would be a terrible idea. It doesn't auto-aim. You need to aim it. You don't want it just going off randomly. You'll just miss constantly on bosses.
Not happening.
Easy mage. 1 LP sanguine. 2 LP other thing. Assassin's Longbow of Stillness. No thank you.
Not happening.
Nothing good. You'll get there, Marcus. It takes a little time, and I did just get a pretty big weapon upgrade. Yeah, dive bomb gets dropped at your cursor, so like, let's say here. I want to dive bomb over there.
Not happening.
And if you numlocked it, it would just be wherever your mouse happened to be, which would not be good at all. Do not numlock the skill. But also, I can't numlock anything, so not a concern for me. Thank you. I'm pretty happy I made that weapon, to be honest with you. It's kind of sick. Kind of a sick weapon.
Not happening.
And I'll save the other base until ideally I get a 3 LP. But I don't know. If I never change my weapon from that, I'm happy with it. Need more authority mods. It's like we're playing Baldur's Gate. Oh, congrats, Surreal. There we go. Strip some more mods off that and come over here. I think me planning to get close to 100 in this stream was a little bit ambitious. But I don't know. I'll probably hit 100 tomorrow. It's not like it takes that much more time.
Not happening.
Oh, I messed up slightly.
Not happening. Not happening.
There we go. Desecrated flesh. Down. Movement speed crit avoid. Oh, that's a very rare combo. It's one of the few things that will highlight pink on my filter, but it isn't exalted. I don't mind that though. Cause like this is good enough that I'm totally happy to rip the shards off, even if it's not an exalted. Let's see, so Dex helmet, cool. That's good for LP stuff, and that's good for potential future build. What do you mean by fracturing can't get the experimental affixes? And oh, experimental affix shards. I haven't tried it, but gut feeling is no. Yeah, when you said fracturing, I was like, sealing? Because you can seal them. I'll be honest, I've never tried, and I've never paid attention enough. But I also assume no. Wait, where's the helmet that I was... All right, this one. Dive bomb damage area, you know what? This is still better, but... in theory, we could turn this into something useful. Nope. Health, okay. Health regen per second. Necro-res, eh. Alright, let's try to save that affix. We did not save that affix. Bye-bye, helmet. Dive bomb this.
Not happening.
Wait, how did that spire survive there? Whoopsie. Messed up my rotation slightly.
Not happening.
See, that one didn't survive. That one I did it correctly. Okay, I've got 2 chess piece options here. Gonna go to the right one first. So you're asking 2 different questions there, HSK. The Maxwell Guide is not mine. That's not my build, and whether or not it gets updated is not up to me. And did I do a YouTube update for the things that I changed on stream? No. That will come out tomorrow morning. But yes, I am going to be doing an update, because I said in the last update video that I didn't change any of the skills. I hadn't experimented enough, and now I have experimented and I did change things. So yeah, soon.
Not happening.
And then if you go to the Dive Bomb Falcon that I have on like the Maxwell public build section, that's already up to date with the skill changes. Minion damage. That seems like something to grab to slam into something. Alright. Ghostmaker. Ghostmaker is in no way relevant to my current build. Or current character. That's cool. I don't think there's any way I get to rank 7 in this stream, but I'm curious how absurd the loot's going to be when I do. I also should probably go through and clear out the other dungeons just to, you know, spam the prophecies that I've already bought. So I think there's a lot of potential progression there.
Not happening.
This whole thing goes back to something that I talked about a little bit earlier on videos. Like, part of the reason that I haven't made some videos yet is just because I've needed more time. Yep, no problem. Since it auto-updates, I wanted to have something there, and I am just hoping, fingers crossed, that most people using it understand that it is a work in progress, and that it's going to get updated, and by the time it hits the final version, it'll be really good, and until then, you're in for a wild ride. Buckle up. I feel like my damage is going to be really good for a long time now. So I should mostly focus on... Well, I guess I want a little more dex. But after I get a little more dex, I should mostly focus on defenses. Aw. Maybe I'll try this anyway, because it's kind of a neat ring. I'm also gonna hold on to that one. See, so pull that off. Just YOLO shatter this. Hold on to these. Wait, no. Wait. YOLO. Game's too easy. Come on, let's make boots. Let's make good boots. Ah, we didn't get there. Okay, that's fine. These are still fodder. They've still got, what? One good mod? Yeah, one good mod. I don't know. It's fine to throw a 1 LP item at that or something. Keep that for later. Keep that for when I actually want to do throwing stuff. Could this replace this ring? Yes. I would need dex, though. Okay, so now we YOLO. Wait. Do we YOLO? No, first we do this, because Ellie Res shards are cheap, and there's only a low chance of it crit screw. God damn it! Don't crit there! Oh my god. Fine. Good. Crits didn't screw us over. Much. I was gonna seal that! Let's try anyway. Problem solved. Cool. I guess I should have sealed first. That was maybe a little on me. Come on. Cool. Cool. Now we gamble this into anything. And by anything, I mean the best possible thing, except for mana regen. Alright, so I lose a little dex and a little crit avoid. But I gain necrotic res and ward decay, which caps my necrotic res and overcaps my phys res, which means that I can actually swap this quiver. So, yeah, all that went real well. Let's see here. I guess this just goes into fodder. And that just goes in. Yeah. Alright. Let's go through here and get to the boss. Grab this. Gotta go this way. Bow attack speed, and it's okay for later.
Not happening.
Body armor, Kestrel. Right, this was renamed from a Falcon to a Kestrel. +1 to dexterity skills. You know, if I got a 2 or 3 LP Kestrel, it would basically be better than Ribbons of Blood with mods.
Not happening.
Okay, good shard stuff.
Not happening. Not happening.
And that's the only spire, yes. Aw, serpent's milk. Don't think there's any use for that. Alright, so we get 25 to 55 on this one, which is an arena. You know what? I just don't want to do the arena. 94. Why is it 94? Could it be like 2 more? No? Okay. Guess we go here and then over there. Fight the Orbis, fight the boss. Get the good stuff.
Not happening.
Wait.
Not happening.
Oh, something good drop. Elements. Oh, never mind. Something not good. So attack speed. Damage while wielding a bow. I don't know if that transfers to my minions or not.
Not happening.
I would imagine it transfers to the ballista. Whoop. Why is this area so laggy? Huh. Interesting. Ooh. Wish if I was a falconry helmet. Shards created. And that. So now I do this. I should have... Right. Whoops. I definitely forgot to allocate my last point here, which will be good because that gets me block to glancing blow. So now I have a nice 29% chance. I really need to scale that. So I guess I do scale a nice amount of dodge. Yeah, 82% dodge chance after shifting. Oh god, stat sheet is goodbye, Orbis. No more powering up. Okay. Out we go. Okay, and now we fight Formosus and maybe get an amulet. I should have done that in the opposite order, but it's fine. It's totally fine. We did not need to stack anything up.
Why are you fighting for these beasts? No matter. You'll die.
How DR'd is this boss? Yes.
You feel your blood begin to freeze.
Right. So I do that. I don't know if I waited enough time. Cow. Yeah, you look pretty dead to me, buddy. Two-handed mace, one-handed sword. One-handed mace, one-handed axe. I don't need any of these. I guess one-handed sword. Just because I might mess around with an apogee. Cool. And I think that's what we're going to call it. We got to 91. We got a really sick upgrade. And overall, I had a pretty good time. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. And I'll see you again soon. I'm sure I'll be around.